Hey everyone, we've had a lot of people asking us what we're growing this year, so I thought I'd take a few minutes and go through some of my seeds with you. Now, some of this has already been planted, and there's a few things that I didn't keep the packages for to show you. Excuse me. I'll try to mention them at the end of the video. Most of these are bought from Canadian sources. I did order some from Baker's Creek this year because I couldn't get the varieties I wanted to try up here in Canada. But generally I try to buy from more localized areas if I can. Try to get varieties that are grown in your area and going to be more hardy for you. This first group is from Vessey's, which is in eastern Canada. A dusky eggplant. I tried growing some eggplant last year and somebody was helping me weed and accidentally pulled them out. So I'm trying to grow some more this year because I like it. So hopefully it does well for us. It's coming up nice in the greenhouse. Scarlet Nantes carrots. They did really well for us last year. I planted 3 different types of carrots last year, and out of them all, these did the best for us. Chocolate cherry tomatoes. We've got some of these going in the greenhouse right now. Tango celery. The Simpson Elite lettuce. This does really well for us. It grows pretty quick and it seems to be fairly slow to bolt, I've found, for us anyway. It tastes nice. Some more of the same there. Sunberries, which are supposed to be similar to blueberries, similar to huckleberries, but sweeter. And you can use them as a blueberry substitute. So I started some of these. Actually, this is a double pack. I haven't started these yet because I accidentally ordered the same thing from Baker's Creek. Except on their site they're called Wonderberries, and it's exactly the same thing. So I've got lots of that seed. We'll see how it compares to the huckleberries that I'm growing. Detroit dark red beets. I've already got a few rows of these planted in the garden. They've always been one of my favorites. Some more of the Simpson Elite lettuce. Black Beauty zucchini. This is Cross Country cucumber. This one's a hybrid. Almost all my seeds are open pollinated or heirlooms. But there are a few varieties that I like. I didn't have a lot of luck last year with open pollinated cucumbers, but we were such a cold, dry summer that a lot of things didn't start maturing very late. So I'm going to try a few short season hybrids as well as some open pollinated and compare them. This is broomcorn, which is a type of sorghum. Watham butternut squash. Optima lettuce. This is a butterhead type. Some more Black Beauty zucchini. Some more of the same. Oh, one more of the same. Yeah, we grow a lot of zucchini. We really like it. Cherry bell radishes. Small sugar pumpkins. These are nice little pie pumpkins. And Watham butternut squash. I think I might have already said that one. I might have got 2 of those. And Seneca Horizon corn. This is an early sweet corn. It's a hybrid. We haven't had a lot of luck with heirloom corn. I started a few years ago trying to grow heirloom corns, and it just did not seem to do well at all in our short season, even the ones everybody told us would be good. So we actually haven't had any sweet corn for the last few years because it didn't mature until very late, or the cobs weren't very good at all. So I got some hybrid corn to try again. We used to grow this one and liked it. I did get some heirloom corn to try too, and I'll show you that in a few minutes because somebody, a friend had suggested it to us. And the last one here from Vessey's is the summer turnip, white globe. This is growing out in the garden right now. Okay, from Baker's Creek, this is the Wonderberry or Sunberry, which is coming up in the greenhouse. The germination's been pretty spotty on this one, but it's coming slowly. Calabrese green sprouting broccoli. Gardenberry huckleberries. Ones that you can't eat raw. You have to cook them. I'm not really sure why that is. If anybody knows, let me know. Because there's some varieties that say you can. This is another packet of the same. No, wait a second. Sorry. This is, I'm not sure, how do you pronounce this? I'm afraid I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's another type of huckleberry. And this one, you can eat fresh or cooked. This one, I've noticed, did not germinate near as well as the other garden variety, the one that you can't cook, the one that you can't eat raw. So, I'm hoping they're really good, because if they are, then they'll be worth the spotty germination. Okay, what do we got here? These are Henderson pink tomatoes. These were the free seeds that came with my Baker's Creek order. They're growing really well in the greenhouse. They're the farthest ahead of all the tomato plants right now. So I'm hoping I have good luck with them. Huge lemon oxheart. They're doing pretty good out there. I'm experimenting with a few different yellow heirlooms this year because I'm trying to find a replacement for my Lemon Boy, which is a hybrid but a favorite of mine. This is the yellow egg yolk tomatoes. And the mortgage lifter. Most of these were killed when our greenhouse got too hot on us. I have 2 plants that survived the heat, and I found a couple more that are coming up that didn't germinate before, so we might still have enough to see how they do for us here. And these are the Yellow Wonder strawberries. And these have just started coming up in our greenhouse this week. So I've got about 3 plants out of almost a flat so far that have come up, but strawberries take a long time to germinate. So I'm hoping they all come up, and I'm hoping they're as good as what I hear. Okay, the next group is from Mackenzie Seeds. And I think Mackenzie Seeds, I think they're, are they out in the prairies? Let me check here. Yeah, they're in Manitoba. Okay. We have spaghetti squash. This is something I actually haven't tried before. I've never eaten spaghetti squash, so I thought I'd try this and see how we like it. I like most other squashes. Bonnie Best tomatoes. I just sowed these out in the greenhouse today. Marigolds. Some yellow cosmos. Sweetie tomatoes. Venture cucumber. Long red cayenne peppers. The Bright Light Swiss chard. This is my favorite one. I grow this every year. Asian radish watermelon. I'm supposed to be able to use this like a radish when it's small and a turnip when it's fully grown. I've got this growing outside right now. It was one of the first radishes to come up. This is the Alpine strawberry. It's I sowed this about 2 weeks ago, and they're actually coming on much quicker than the yellow ones are. Mr. Stripey tomatoes. This says Thompson & Morgan, but if you look on the back, it's Mackenzie Seeds. So they actually sell seeds under a few different names. And I bought this seed last year and forgot that I had it, and the germination's been great. I have a small flat of it growing outside right now. This is Italian cucumber. They're supposed to be used as a cucumber when they're small, or you can let them fully mature and use them as a melon. So I've got some started in the greenhouse, and I'm really curious to see how they taste. Some salad mix. Italian zucchini, which is green with kind of a light yellow striping. And some asparagus. I just picked the seed up, I think it was yesterday. Small asparagus patch. We started with roots that we got from Vessey's. They haven't done really well for us. The patch has gotten overweeded, but the roots just never seem to have done that well. I love Vessey's seed, but I've never been happy with any of the root stock or nursery stock that I've bought from them. They don't seem to arrive in really good condition, and they don't seem to grow very well. I'm going to start some by seed and see if that does better for us. And then another muncher cucumber. This is from OSC, which is Ontario Seed Company. Celebrity tomatoes. This is a hybrid. I just planted these ones today. This is Haley's Best Cantaloupe. I planted these ones today as well. And I've actually tried 3 different types of cantaloupes. They're all open pollinated. These are supposed to have a large melon, about 4 pounds. Do we see how those do? Candulas. These are a really pretty flower, but they're a great herb as well. I use these to make infused oils and creams from. Okra, which I have actually never eaten. A lot of my southerner friends can't believe I've never had okra, but I haven't. It's not that popular up here. But I decided to grow some this year and give it a try. Thyme. Ground cherry tomatoes. Catnip. I used to have a patch of this, but somehow, you know, most types of mint you can't kill. Well, it didn't come back up. So I'm going to start another patch. And this makes a really nice tea. But if just some advice, if you're going to have catnip tea, make sure you buy it from a health food store or grow your own. The catnip that's sold for cats, you know, in pet stores and grocery stores, it has other things mixed in with it that are not good tea, not good to eat. But pure catnip tea is very relaxing. Some more Candula. This is another cantaloupe. This one's called Delicious 51. And let's see here. It's this one's a round shape, and it's another open pollinated heritage variety. Let's see. This one's smaller. It's about 2 pounds when it's fully grown. Parsley. Got basil, arugula, mammoth red rock cabbage, golden acre. Is this the early one? Yes, this is a 64-day. It's an early cabbage. This was the Danish ballhead cabbage. This one's a later one. It's 100 days, so it won't be ready for us until fall. Golden Queen tomato. It's another heirloom yellow. Cherry bell radishes. This is a sparkler white tip radish. Dark green zucchini. Green sprouting broccoli. This is actually the same type that I got from, where was it? Can't remember if it was Vessey's or Baker's Creek there. Same type. China rose radish. I haven't grown these ones before, but I thought that was kind of neat. It seems to be a lighter pink color and more longer like a carrot. Sugar baby watermelons. We have never had luck with watermelons, so the last few years I haven't tried. But I decided to give it a try again this time. If anybody has any watermelon growing tips, I'd love to hear it. I'm not sure if it's just our climate or not, but they just don't seem to do very well. Some more of the China rose radishes. These are all the same. Connecticut field pumpkin. These are one of my favorites. I also like the ones, I think they're called Howden. They're another nice one. These are all the same here. Lots of pumpkin seeds. Velvet Queen sunflowers. Climbing nasturtiums. And Royal Burgundy purple beans. Now, the heirloom corn we're trying this year is called Golden Bantam, and a few friends online have suggested to try this heirloom one. It's an early one, around a 70-day. You can also get a variety of this that's, I think, about a 60-day as well. And it's supposed to be really good. So I'm hoping, I planted about 5 rows in the garden of this today, and I'm hoping that we finally have found a good variety of heirloom corn that does well for us. This one here is from the Gardener's Corner, and this is another one that's in Ontario, but I'm not sure where. This was an early Golden Bantam. Like, I know there is 2 different varieties. There's one about a 60 and one about a 70 day, so the kids are going to try that one in their garden. We've got some chamomile, which is doing well. And white Lisbon green onions. These ones are Amers Organics. This is the other cantaloupe. It's called Heart of Gold. And this one, I got this one too, because if you look on the back, about 4 to 5 pounds when it's mature, but it's supposed to give a good yield even in really cold weather, in cooler summers. So, like last year, this would have been a good variety for us, whereas the other ones probably won't tolerate the colder temperatures. So sometimes it's good to grow a few different varieties, even of the same thing, that are suited to different conditions. That way, if you have an unusual weather year, you're still going to get something. Last year I tried the Minnesota Midgets cantaloupe, and I think that was from Mackenzie seed. And none of the seeds sprouted for us. It was just too cold of a year. The Brandywine tomato. I've tried this before and we didn't have a lot of luck with it, but I decided to give it one more try because everybody always says how good it is. And I remember the tomatoes were a really good size, but that year it just rained and rained and rained and rained, and they cracked a lot, and they were just kind of a mushy texture. These are small sugar pumpkins. I have the same variety I think I got from Vessie's. Spinach from Burpee. I got this last year and forgot about it. So I planted some out this spring and it's doing great. Not shown here, I've also in the greenhouse I've got the California Wonder Peppers, the Heinz paste tomatoes. We saved those from our seed last year. I had bought those originally from Agrestial Seeds. They were a seed company here in Ontario. I believe they've gone out of business though because their website's not up any longer. They had moved to a new farm and they never got back online after that, unfortunately. Other things we'll be growing this year are beans. I saved 2 different types of beans from our own seed last year. Blue Lake, bush bean, and I can't remember what the other one was called. I'd have to look it up. I think it was Kentucky, but I'll have to double check that. And then the yellow ones were just a yellow golden wax improved. They've all done really well for us. I find that even last year, having them in the raised beds, they seem to do better than normal. I'll be growing them in there again this year. Variety of peas that we're growing. I used to always grow the Homesteader, sometimes called Lincoln. It's the same name for the same, two different names for the same plant. And their vines get to be about 2 feet high, and you don't really get that heavy of a yield. But last year I accidentally bought Laxton's Progress, and I mixed them up. And we planted a half a row of each, and the difference was amazing. The Laxton's Progress was more than twice as tall as the other peas. They went up the trellis and then probably about another 2 feet over that and came down the other side. And they were heavy, heavy with peas, and we got more off about a 6-foot trellis length on that than we did probably the 30 feet of the other peas. And that's even in a bad weather year. So I saved a lot of seed from that. We canned some, and I saved a lot of seed from that. And I've planted lots, as you saw in their garden updates. A lot of those planted out in the garden, so we'll have plenty this year for eating and canning and saving seed. Well, I guess that's just about it. I know there's some varieties that I can't find the empty packages for, but I'll try to show them to you next time I do a next garden update. But that's pretty much it. Most of these are favorites that we've grown every year, and there's a few new things. I like to save as much seeds as I can each year. And last year being such a bad growing year, like I said, a lot of our things didn't produce well enough to save as many seeds as I wanted. So that's why we bought so much this year. But hopefully it'll be a better year. We'll be able to save lots. So I'd love to hear what you're growing. If you want to share in the comments, or if you have a video showing what you're growing this year, I'd love to have you leave a link for it.